How much is your Silver Spring, Maryland home worth in 2026? You may have already checked Zillow, Redfin, or another online valuation website. One website might be telling you that your home is worth $575,000. Another might say it's worth $625,000, and your neighbor may be telling you that their home sold for $700,000. So which number should you believe? The truth is, your Silver Spring home is not worth one universal online number. Its actual market value depends on your specific neighborhood, zip code, property type, condition, improvements, location, and what comparable buyers are willing to pay right now. That's right, right now. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what's happening in the Silver Spring real estate market in 2026, the 7 biggest factors determining your home's value, why online estimates can be misleading, and how to get a more accurate evaluation before you make a decision on selling your home. Now, stay until the end because I'm going to explain the differences between your home's market value and the amount of money you could actually walk away with after selling. Okay. Hello, my name is Corey Lancaster with the Lancaster team of Sampson Properties. I help homeowners throughout Silver Spring, Montgomery County, and the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area understand their options, prepare their homes for the market, sell with a strategy designed to maximize their proceeds. Okay. One of the most common questions homeowners ask me is, Corey, how much is my home worth? I hear that every day, it seems like. It's an important question, but the better question is, how much could my specific home sell for in today's market? And what can I do to increase the amount of walk away, right? Because walking away, how much you walk away with is important. I think you would agree. Those are 2 very different questions, though. Let's begin with the overall market. As of mid-2026, Zillow's Home Value Index placed a typical Silver Spring home value at approximately $556,500. Zillow also reports that the typical value is down approximately 1.1% compared with the previous year. Now, Redfin reports a higher median sales price of approximately $640,000 in Silver Spring over the 3 months ending in May of 2026. Redfin also reports that prices were down approximately 2.7% year over year, and that homes took an average of about 29 days to sell. Now, you may be wondering why those numbers are so different. A lot of people also ask me that. It's because the average home value and the median sales price are not the same measurements, okay? The websites may also use different geographical boundaries, time periods, property types, and calculation methods, to be honest with you. That is exactly why you should not use one citywide number to determine what your individual home is worth. Don't do it, okay? Silver Spring is an extremely diverse housing market. Let me explain what I mean by that. Give you some examples. It includes condominiums near downtown Silver Spring, older detached homes near Four Corners and Woodmore, properties close to Wheaton, homes around Colesville and White Oak, townhouses, senior community properties, renovated homes, fixer-uppers, and larger homes with more substantial lots on them, okay? Values can vary dramatically depending on the zip code, okay? Zip code does matter. For example, let me use Redfin. Redfin reported a median sales price of approximately $600,000 in zip code 20902, with prices up about 13.2% year over year for the 3 months ending in May of 2026. That's pretty good, right? During the same period, Redfin reported a median sales price of approximately $635,000 in zip code 20904, with prices down 2.1% year over year. Okay. In zip codes 20906, which includes a large number of condominiums, townhouses, senior community properties, and detached homes, the reported median was about 357,000, down about 7.2% year over year. Now, these statistics do not mean that every home in one zip code increased or decreased by that percentage. They demonstrate why homeowners need to look much more closely than the words Silver Spring. And your neighborhood subdivision, property type, and homes located immediately around yours will usually tell us more than a citywide average. Now, the first major factor is your property type. That's the first one we're going to talk about that affects your value. A three-bedroom condominium cannot be compared with a 3-bedroom detached home. A townhouse with a garage cannot automatically be compared with one that has no garage. A split-level home may attract a different group of buyers than a colonial, Rambler, or a Cape Cod, for example. Condominiums value also depends heavily on monthly fees, utility costs, building condition, the amenities of that community, parking in that community, the management company, whether they're good or bad, special assessments, rent restrictions possibly, such as if you have a dog, where they allow dogs of your size, and the financial health of the condominium association just in general. Therefore, the first step in determining value is identifying the most comparable properties, not simply the closest properties. Okay. Now, the second factor is your precise location. Two similar homes located less than a mile apart can sell for different prices. We've all seen it. Buyers may pay a premium for proximity to metro stations, commuter routes, parks, shopping, restaurants, trails, community amenities, and other conveniences. A quiet cul-de-sac might be more valued by a buyer differently from a home located on a high traffic road, for example. The lot also matters, right? Does the house back to trees, or does it back to another house? Commercial property? Is it a busy street? Is it on protected land? Does it have a flat backyard, a steep hill, off-street parking, a driveway, a garage, or limited parking, right? People don't want limited parking. That might be important. These characteristics may not be fully understood by the automated valuation system, but buyers notice it immediately, don't you? Now, the third factor is the size and functionality of the home. Buyers look more than just the square footage, right? They look at how that space can be used. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms does the home have? Is there a main level bedroom or office? Is the kitchen open to the living room? Is the basement finished? Does the basement have a legal bedroom, a full bath, a separate entrance, or potential living space for an extended family? Right? These are all good questions they ask. A well-designed 1,800 square feet home, for example, may appeal to a buyer more than a larger home with an awkward floor plan. You should also be careful when comparing above ground square footage with finished basement space. Buyers value lower level space, but it may not receive the same dollar per square foot adjustment as above ground living space. Now, the fourth factor is the condition of your home. This is a big one. Buyers in 2026 are still willing to compete for attractive property price homes, but many are paying close attention to their monthly payments as well, right? Higher borrowing costs have made some purchasers more selective about taking on major repairs after closing. A home with an updated kitchen, updated bathrooms, fresh paint, attractive flooring, strong curb appeal, a modern lighting, may command more attention than a similar home requiring immediate work. Major systems also are a big factor, right? Because these items like how old the roof is. If you got an old roof, that's a big ticket item. That's definitely going to make an effect on what someone's willing to pay for the house. How old is the heating and cooling system? Again, another big ticket item. How old is the water heater? These are all big ticket items. Has electrical, windows, plumbing, sewer line, has all of that been updated in recent years? Or do you have original? However, homeowners should not assume that every renovation produces a dollar for dollar return. Let me give you an example of this. You could spend $50,000 on improvements and not automatically increase your sales price by $50,000. The right improvements are the ones that remove buyers' objections, improve presentation, and help your home compete with the best alternatives in the price range. Before spending any money, especially a large amount of money, speak with an experienced local real estate professional like myself about what buyers in your specific area are rewarding sellers with, okay? Now, the fifth factor. The fifth factor is the recent comparables, commonly called comps, okay? Or comparables, right? I look for homes that are similar in these things. 1, location. 2, property type, right? Especially with single family, right? Is it a colonial? Is it a split foyer, a rancher, right? Style, square footage, and there's a lot of other factors. Obviously, bedroom and bathroom count. That's one of the major ones too. The lot characteristic, right? We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. Garage and the parking. Does it have a 1-car garage, a 2-car garage? Is there available visitor parking? The condition of the property. All of these things go into comparables. Another one, age. What is the age of the home, right? Is it a 100-year-old home, or is it a 5-year-old home? What improvements has the homeowner done to the property? Basement configuration. That's very important today because a lot of people are either renting out their basements or having extended family live in their basements. I also consider when the properties were sold. So when I'm looking at these comparables, a sale from 2 years ago may be interesting what it sold for, but it may not accurately represent the 2026 market. The most useful comparable sales are usually recent transactions that reflect current buyer demand, current interest rates, current inventory, and current competition. I do not only look at the final sales price either. I also examine the original list price, any price reductions, days on the market. Did it give any seller concessions back to the buyer? Competing offers, and the condition of the property overall. A house that sold for $650,000 with $20,000 in seller paid closing costs did not produce the same result as a house that sold for $650,000 without any concessions, right? Oh man, that is an important detail that homeowners may not see when looking at public websites. Okay. Now, the sixth factor is the homes. The sixth factor is the homes currently competing with yours, right? The competition. Let's talk about the competition. Closed sales tells us what buyers were willing to pay in the recent past. However, active and pending listings tell us and helps us understand what buyers are considering right now. Suppose the last comparable sale sold for $625,000, but 3 similar renovated homes are currently listed between $599,000 and $615,000. The new competition could affect home buyers' perceived value of your home. So on the other hand, if there are no similar homes available and several buyers are searching in your neighborhood, the lack of inventory could create an opportunity for you. Maryland had approximately 2.4% more home sales in May of 2026 than it did a year earlier, according to Redfin. At least that's according to Redfin. That gives some buyers more choices, although conditions may vary significantly by location and price range. Your pricing strategy must account for the competition you will face on the day your home hits the market. Okay, so the day your house hits the market, that's what you want to look at in terms of competition. All right, the seventh factor is how is your home presented, marketed, and priced. Your home does not sell in a vacuum. Photography, video, staging, online presentation, property description, social media exposure, showing availability, and the launch strategy all influence buyers' interests. Pricing too high can cause a home to sit on the market, accumulate days on the market, and eventually require reductions in price. Buyers may begin wondering, what is wrong with the property? Why is it on the market so long, right? Pricing too low without a deliberate strategy could also leave money on the table. You don't want to do that. The goal is not simply to choose the highest possible list price. The goal is to select a price and marketing strategy that attracts the strongest buyers and produce the best combination of price, terms, timing, and certainty. Okay, the highest offer is not always the best offer. It includes excessive closing costs. If it includes excessive closing cost assistance, weak appraisal position, uncertain financing, unfavorable contingencies. Online estimates can be helpful as a starting point only, but they have limitations. An algorithm may know the home's reported square footage, bedroom count, bathroom count, tax assessed values, the sales history, but it may not know that you completely renovated the kitchen, replaced the roof, added a bathroom, finished the basement, or maintained the property exceptionally well. It won't know that. It also may fail to recognize negative characteristics such as deferred maintenance, an outdated interior, a difficult lot, high traffic area that the property is located, or unpermitted improvements. Most importantly, an online estimate has not walked the property, right? They haven't seen the property with its own eyes because it doesn't have eyes, right? It has not seen the quality of the improvements, natural light that the property might get, your floor plan, your backyard, the view of your home. Let's say you got a lake view or something like that, or the way your property compares to other homes that are maybe sold down the street. Use automated estimates as a reference point, not as a final pricing decision. Now, let's discuss a number that may matter even more than your sales price, your estimated net proceeds, right? What you gonna walk away with? Everybody wants to know that. Your home could sell for $650,000, but that doesn't mean you're gonna walk away with $650,000, does it? No, it does not. Your estimated proceeds may be affected by your mortgage payoff, commissions, transfer and recordation taxes, property taxes, condominium fees, HOA fees, fees to repair the property, seller concessions you might get, moving costs, any other transaction expenses. That is why I prepare a seller net sheet. A seller net sheet gives you an estimate of what you may receive after all of the expected expenses of selling and paying any loans connected to the property. Knowing your likely net proceeds can help you decide to sell now, make improvements, purchase another home, downsize, relocate, invest, or just wait, right? Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe the numbers are showing you it's not the right time. So how much is your Silver Spring home worth in 2026? the citywide statistics suggest that many Silver Spring properties fall somewhere within a broad range. But that range is far too wide to price your individual home accurately. Your home value depends on its zip code, neighborhood, property type, size, condition, updates, location, comparable sales, current competition, and how it is introduced to the market. The difference between a general online estimate and a detailed local market analysis can be tens of thousands of dollars, okay? Difference. If you own a home in the Silver Spring and you would like to know what it could realistically sell for in today's market, reach out to me. I compare a personalized home value analysis using recent comparable sales, current competition, neighborhood trends, and specific features and condition of your home. I can also provide an estimated seller net sheet so you can know not only know what your home will sell for, but approximately how much money you could walk away with. There is no pressure, no obligation. The purpose is to give you accurate information so you can make the best decision for yourself and for your family, which I'm sure is very important to you. I'm Corey Lancaster with the Lancaster team of Sampson Properties. I want to thank you for joining this video. And when you're ready to discuss the value of your Silver Spring home and create a strategy for your next move, give me a call, send me a message. You can either text me, email me, DM me, whatever you feel comfortable with. Remember, an online estimate can give you a number. A knowledgeable local real estate professional can give you a strategy. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page at the Lancaster team.